All right, thank you, Arthur. Well, turning now to the highly anticipated new drama series, Pennyworth. The show taking fans back to 1960s London as former British soldier Alfred Pennyworth forms a security company with Bruce Wayne's billionaire father, Thomas. And joining us now are the stars themselves, Jack Bannon and Ben Aldridge. So Pennyworth is a period-based drama, but it's also a superhero series. Does it make it more interesting for you both as actors to be a part of a show that blends two genres?
It blends even more than two genres, really. I think it's an interesting, it's an interesting mix having a superhero show that's period.
Yeah, and he's set it in this really strong, visually striking world, I think, in this 1960s London, which is all at once familiar and recognisable because of the fashions and the mod, pop, rock world, but it's this DC version that's just 13 degrees weirder and twisted and more macabre and darker.
Now, this series is a prequel to the Batman stories that many of us know. So does this put a new twist on the story behind Batman?
I think so, yeah. We know Alfred goes on to become the guardian and the teacher to the greatest superhero of all time. We don't quite know why. This series sort of fills in those gaps.
And Ben, you play Thomas Wayne, who's not yet Bruce's father in this series. Where do we find your character?
Obviously, you know that he ends up dead, so we've got that as an endpoint, but I guess this is all about exploring their beginnings as well. You know, it's fleshing out a whole backstory of how they become the people that we later know in the famous comics. Where do we find him? He's a fish out of water in this crazy 1960s weird world that we're describing. He's the only American in the show until Martha turns up, and he's caught up in this quite kind of covert underground intelligence world. And this series kind of sees him thrown a lot of curveballs and a lot of challenges and put in lots of like morally compromising situations which come about from this very dark world that they're both kind of living in.
Well, Batman is celebrating its 80th anniversary this year. What do you think it is about the franchise that keeps people wanting more?
I think it's Batman himself. Obviously, there's some fantastic villains and characters like Alfred, but I think it's Bruce Wayne or Batman himself. You know, because he's human and he's flawed, and he reminds us all that it's okay to not be perfect. Yeah, I would say that.
All right, thank you both so much for talking with us today. Be sure to catch new episodes of Pennyworth Sundays on Epix. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop on the latest celebrity and entertainment news, and check out celebritypage.com for more Hollywood headlines.